Hello and welcome to another tea time video. It is the 5th one already, and today I'm going to show you an excursion to some places of worship that we visited last year with my school. It was somewhere at the beginning of the first period and I'm not really sure when it happened, but as you can see we visited a synagogue in Amsterdam. It is a Portuguese one, but I can't really tell you what the Portuguese signs are, but anyway, it is a Portuguese synagogue, and it is a very old looking synagogue, as you can see, and it is actually still used for its purpose, but it is also a museum. And when you come in, I just checked this, but the men are asked to wear a little hat, and I just looked it up on Google how you call it in English, but it is a very difficult name for me, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it correctly because I don't really remember what the word is also, but it was something like a yamek, yakoi. I'm really not sure. I will put it somewhere in the video what it is called actually. And as you can maybe hear, I use some different music in this video than I normally use, because for some reason I had this idea that I had to use the same music in every video. I don't know, for continuity or to keep things just a little more relaxing. But I was watching some videos from Goodnight Moon, and the little trips the videos she makes of her trips are just so relaxing to me, and I noticed that she used different kinds of music throughout the whole video, and so I thought, well, it doesn't take away from the relaxing vibe, so that is something that I maybe have to change up a little, so that's what I'm doing in this video, which isn't very long because I didn't take a lot of pictures or videos, because we had to focus on some tasks we had to do there for school. And I will link, by the way, Goodnight Moon and the artist of this video in the description down below, because the music, the first two tracks, come from someone who plays the piano and who puts his music on YouTube, royalty free, so you can use it in your videos. His name is Johnny Easton. He is the composer of the music of the first one and the one you're hearing right now. So I will also leave a link to his page in the description down below. He has really awesome piano music, and I checked out some of his videos because I had to look up some music for this video, and I loved everything that I've heard so far, so I can definitely recommend him. So yeah, this was the synagogue, which was a lot bigger on the inside than it appears to be on the outside. And what I actually learned is that men and women also have to sit separately here in the synagogue, which I didn't know was a thing. But then again, I'm not a Jew, so, and I don't know anyone who's Jewish now that I think about it. But the men can sit on the inside, where you're looking down at right now, and the women have to sit behind the balustrades or upstairs, from which the previous picture was taken. And women also have some headwear, I think, but I can't really remember what my teachers told me. It is already a good thing that I remember the hat and where the men and women have to sit, because I normally, like I said in the last excursion video, I don't usually pay a lot of attention to my teachers when we're on an excursion. I know I'm a really bad student. I prefer to look at the things around me. And I also took some pictures of Amsterdam itself, because we had to take some pictures for a task. We had to take pictures of religious signs in Amsterdam. So I took some pictures of old buildings or some statues of Jesus or angels. And when I was paying attention to it, I actually noticed a lot of signs, which was an eye-opener and which was interesting, because normally I see them but I don't really think about what they represent. So in the next next place, worship, we visited was a mosque. I didn't take a lot of pictures there because the imam showed us, immediately led us to the main room in which the prayer take place, by which the service take place, and he explained a lot, and it was very interesting to hear him talk. He actually explained that this is his view on his religion, on the Islam, is that men and women don't necessarily have to sit apart. There is a small room in this mosque, a small place where women can sit apart if they choose to sit apart, but they don't have to here. Which is interesting because here in the city where I live at, we also have a mosque, and the women have to enter through the back entrance and the men can enter from the front. But that isn't the case here. So that was a very cool thing to discover and to hear his view on Islam. It was just very impressive to see the whole service. And the video is already almost over, but there's one more place of worship that we visited. It was a Buddhist temple, which I didn't know we had here in Holland. Like, there were volunteers walking around, and we saw one monk. I think there are probably more. It was strange because we were walking around in our usual clothing that we think is normal, and then there is a monk walking around with a bald head and glasses on, and I don't know, the picture just struck me. It struck something in me, and it was just so. It really felt like we were somewhere else for a minute. And the statues, as you can see, it was a very small room actually. It was just one room that we saw, but there were rooms upstairs and downstairs, but you couldn't visit them as a visitor. But they have services, I think, up there, and here you can light a candle for someone or someone you want to remember, and there are some flyers that are selling. So that was very interesting. This one was the most interesting to me to visit because I don't know, Buddhism is something that has inspired me a lot, and one of the volunteers actually explained to us that they view Buddhism as a philosophy instead of a religion, that they don't like to be called Buddhists because it's just a way of life to them, it's not something that you are. That is how they explained it, and I don't know, I really like hearing them talk and explain things. But we're getting to the end of the video, so I want to thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in another video, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.